All right, guys, welcome back again. As usual, back to let you know what's happening with our players, the team, Coach Eric Shell, Victor Osimhen, who's apparently on fire. He's always been on fire every single time you watch him play. There's always a high tendency that he's going to score, and he showed up again for his Galatasaray side yesterday and scored not one goal but two goals. He almost even got a hat trick for that game in the 47th minute, but VAR overruled it for an offside, positioning from Victor Osimhen. But take nothing away from that, Osimhen was, the star of the match. Grabbed them another victory, 4-1. It ended against Sivasspor, and right now they have pushed their lead to 8 points gap from Jose Mourinho and Fenerbahce. But Fenerbahce has a game today in the evening against Besiktas, so they'll have a chance to close down the gap just a little bit. But as it stands, Osimhen continues to push on, for this Galatasaray side. And right now, this season, it's been a phenomenal season for Victor Osimhen. He's even surpassed the total goals that he scored in his best season in Napoli. The season when they lifted the league. He's now scored 33 goals and created 7 assists, which makes it a total of 40 goal and assist contributions. That's more than he had ever, done in any club so far. And to think that, a lot of people were thinking that Osimhen's move to Galatasaray was a failed one because, obviously people were expecting that he would go to one of these big clubs, the PSG, the Chelsea, Man U, Liverpool, all of these clubs. And when it didn't happen, a lot of people started criticizing him that Osimhen has killed his career and things like that. And when they found out that he moved to Galatasaray on a loan just to avoid sitting in the bench throughout the rest of the season in Napoli, because obviously during that period he was already he was already down the pecking order. Antonio Conte had said that he would not play Victor Osimhen because Lukaku had been bought. But fast forward, to this moment, everyone is celebrating Victor Osimhen, because of uh, how much success he has achieved with this Galatasaray side. Indeed, it just leaves me with one conclusion. Uh, Someone that God has blessed, there is nothing that you can do to fight him. There is nothing that you can do to curse him or to bring him down. He is always going to be going up. No matter what happens, he's always going to be succeeding. That's just how it is. Osimhen is a favored child. And, day by day, we continue to see how much of a reality this is. And he continues to show that. So it's a really good one for Victor Osimhen, but it's not just about Victor Osimhen. We have in the women's category our beloved Nigerian Super Falcons goalkeeper Chamaka Nnadozie, who's also the African best goalkeeper of the year. She's the current holder of the African best goalkeeper of the year. She was phenomenal last night, for our Paris FC as they played out a final of the Coupe de France against a really strong PSG women's side. That game was a cagey game. It's lingered on into 90 minutes, 0-0. Nobody could get a goal for that game, so it entered into penalties. And then Chamaka Nnadozie, who had already been fantastic during the regulation time, also stepped up during the penalty to save two penalties. And that was a decider, for that game. It ended in a 5-4 penalty score. Chamaka Nadozie's Paris FC edged PSG by just a single goal in the penalty shootout, and they are now the new champions of the Coupe de France feminine version. And it was a historic event for them yesterday. All of the players, a lot of them were even crying because they were so emotional. They didn't believe that they could win that title. And what makes it even more interesting is that it's the first cup that Paris FC has won. And this now makes it even more interesting for the players because their names will now be etched in the history of the club as the first, as a squad or the players, that actually won the first title for Paris FC. So a great one for them. There's a short video clip about their celebration. I'm definitely going to post it so that you guys can see as well. Probably towards the end of the video. Then moving beyond that, guys, we also have the Nigerian Flying Eagles, who are currently preparing for their game against Morocco tomorrow. Actually, today evening, around 7 p.m. I already talked to you guys about that. They have a very, very important game against Morocco, and it's going to be the second game of the group. Obviously we won our first game, so this game is also really important. If we win Morocco, well, it's going to definitely boost our chances of qualifying. In fact, I think a victory against Morocco will more or less, will already qualify us, and then we'll just have to go out and get probably a draw in the last game to fully secure the top spot position in the Group B. But of course, the training went on well. Today, yesterday's evening, Coach Aliyu Zubairu conducted the team training session. Everybody was really lively. Everybody was sharp in training. It showed that we don't particularly have any sort of injury issues or injury worries for our players. So it's some good news, obviously, especially when you look at the camp of the Moroccan side. As I let you guys know in the previous video, the coach is trying to race against time to see if he can get at least 3 of his players fit, who are in question right now from their last game against Kenya, which they narrowly won 3-2. So it's good news for us, and we hope that it's going to reflect in the game, being that all of our players are fit. And as I said, there are lots of incentive for our players, a lot of motivation, a lot of morale boosting activities and events going on around them. NFF's president, of course, talked about meeting them. I don't know if that has happened yet, but obviously it should happen before their game against Morocco. So that's basically the drill. And for these boys, the minimum targets for us is to get to the semi-finals, which is where we will have the tickets to play in the World Cup under 20 category later this year. So that's like the minimum thing that we expect them to achieve. But I mean, for what it's worth, we expect them to go all out and win the title, because we are the most successful team in the competition. We've won it 7 times. No country had done it before. So obviously we are like the biggest, team right there. But make no mistake, the likes of Ghana are strong. I've seen them. Egypt are strong as well. Morocco are strong as well. So it's going to be really difficult, but we'll see what happens. And just wanted to mention, here as well, that Iwobi celebrated his birthday yesterday. I posted it on the community tab. He turned 29 years old, and of course, it was a very special day for him. But unfortunately, he didn't really have time to even celebrate his birthday, because he featured in Fulham versus Aston Villa game, he and Kevin Bassey. And unfortunately for them, they lost that game 1-0. A very, very, I would say, flimsy goal that they considered in the first half of the game. But that went on to be the decider of the match. So it was a very painful defeat for them. But definitely, it was his birthday yesterday, and a lot of our players actually posted Iwobi and tried to celebrate him the little way they could, even though they were very busy over the weekend representing their clubs. So some of the clips I'm just going to attach at the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos.
My guy, happy birthday, my friend. One more year, father. The meat is this way. Hey, D-Tone, G's deeper. Alex Slam.